Hey everybody, it's Friday Farm Vlog. We have so much to catch up on. I know I haven't made a video in almost a month, and we're going to talk about that today, as well as issues I'm having with eggs and the loss of a chicken, what this snowstorm did to my chicken nets, as well as the fact that I ordered some chicks for this coming spring season. We had a snowstorm here in Massachusetts where we didn't get that much snow, but the snow was so heavy and so wet. If you look, our net is still intact over the chick coop thanks to the carport structure that is over the coop. So let me show you closer on that. So this is where Douglas, our rooster, has been living, in this chick coop, in this run here. In the peak of the storm, this looked like a giant igloo. The entire thing was covered in snow. And I had to go around and try to get as much snow off of it as possible, but it was just so heavy that the net got ripped off of the pallet structure here, and I'll show you why. Our pallet fences here came down and it pulled the netting with it and stretched it from the front, taking some pieces with it. So I've got some repairs to do in here once this thaws, because it is so hard and frozen right now that it's not even coming through the net. Before, when it was first falling, I was able to shake some of it off, but it was just coming down so hard and so thick, it wasn't happening very well for me. But Douglas, our rooster, is doing okay over here. He has hens that come to visit him. And not only have I seen the pullets coming to visit him, I now know for sure that he's had a lot of pullet visitors because of the evidence left behind in the coop. Let me show you. This snow canopy up here is blocking out the sun, believe it or not. That's why it's so dark under here. But opening up the coop is how I found this. I don't know how well you can see that nest in there, but there's a lot of eggs, and I'm not sure how long they've been in there for. But I don't want them to go to waste, so I am determined to try to hatch them. Probably won't hatch just because of the freezing snowy temperature we've been having, and who knows how old they are, but I hate to just throw them out. And I'm not going to eat them because, again, they could be really old. And that's not the only nest. So when I say I'm having egg issues, I mean that I'm finding eggs in places that I didn't know they were, and so I don't know how old they are, and I hate wasting eggs. And we have had such an abundance of eggs, which is why I didn't think we were missing any, but these new pullets are just laying so many eggs, it's incredible. So this net fared way better than my other net. I'll show you that now. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the chick coop net that we just saw where the pallets are down. Well, not only are the pallets down here, but that connects to my chicken run for the main flock. And the entire extended side net is completely down. And then the net on this side where their chicken house is for my main flock, as you can see, is just flattened. The pool ladder that was keeping it up above my head came crashing down, ripped the netting. There's big holes in the netting that I'm gonna have to repair. And the chickens have been tunneling their way through to get back to the coop. As have I. I've had to get on my hands and knees and crawl to get in and out of the coop because I don't want to cut the net or rip it any further. And the snow is just so heavy that I'm waiting for it to thaw, which hopefully with this crazy Massachusetts weather we've been having where we get snow and then really warm weather and then snow again, I'm hoping it's gonna thaw soon and I can get this repaired. But the chickens still have space over there that they hang out under the net when they want to be near the coop, and then they can come through and head on out of the gate to go free range as they wish. They certainly don't love being out in the snow just because it's cold on their feet, but they do come out and walk around a bit and then they head back to their run area. But the carport structure definitely helped. So I am looking for another free carport structure that will help out in the main chicken run, and having a third one would be ideal too for the expansion run as well. So we'll see if I get lucky and find another 2 free carport structures. So now I talked about the issue with the eggs where I'm finding eggs all over the place, and I'm totally going to try to hatch them because I don't want them to go to waste. Now I do ship hatching eggs and sell them on eBay when the weather warms up. I wish with the abundance of eggs that I'm getting that I could sell them right now. I just worry about the freezing cold weather and them shipping and how well their hatchability rates would be, so I'm hesitant to ship right now, but hopefully the weather will turn. So in the meantime, I've decided that I'm just going to start incubating early this year. That way the eggs don't go to waste, because I have been giving the eggs away to friends, family, neighbors, and trying to keep up with eating them as well, but we are just getting so many eggs. And so I'm super excited to start hatching. And I'm hoping it's actually going to be a good decision to start hatching early, because if the demand this year is anything like the demand for chicks last year, where I had a waiting list and I was backed up through July with chick orders, hopefully starting earlier I'll be able to keep up with the demand for chicks this season, if it proves to be similar to last season, but you never know. And if the chicks don't sell this early on, I can still raise them up in the chick coop. I just have to find a new spot for Douglas, or hopefully the right home will come along and I can raise them up as egg laying pullets and sell them when they get a bit older. Now we do have one chicken missing from our flock, sadly. Otto is missing, which is one of our rooster chicks that we raised up that was born in our shed under a broody mama. We searched for him for weeks, looking all over. He just disappeared. No feathers anywhere, no signs of blood. He's the only one missing, and we've searched the woods, we've searched the property, cannot find him. So sadly, I don't know what happened to him. I am hopeful that maybe one of the other roosters chased him over the fence and he found a new farm to live at where someone took him in. That is like best case scenario. But there's always the reality that he could have been scooped up by a hawk. They do free range, so that's certainly a possibility, especially if he was trying to protect the hens and he got grabbed. Predators are definitely a real issue for chickens, so sadly he leaves behind his brother Wally, and we still have Wilbur and Douglas, our young roosters, and then of course the papas, T-Bone and Clifford, our main breeding roosters, the daddy roosters. So I just hope that Otto is okay wherever he ended up. So I showed you the eggs in the chick coop that I found. I have been finding eggs in the goat shed. We've been collecting them from there. Some of them are using the nesting boxes in the main coop, which is awesome. So I thought we had it covered with the goat shed and the main coop, but we have them in the chick coop. And I was like, there can't possibly be more eggs, because we've been getting like 12 to 17 eggs on average a day. And I'm like, how is there more than that? I was already astonished by the amount we were getting, because as our original flock has aged, they've laid less. We brought in these 12 new pullets that we raised this summer, and they are just laying like crazy, even in the dead of winter with snow on the ground. Now I have been giving them black soldier fly larvae to make sure that they get enough protein in the winter time to be able to supplement their egg production while they're trying to keep their bodies warm in this cold winter. They need that extra protein. And I really feel like this is what's making that big difference in egg production because of the high protein levels. If you would like to get a bag of Grub Terror black soldier fly larvae, my chickens absolutely love this stuff. And you can get 10% off by using our farm's name as the code. You just type in Just One More Story Farm in the code, and you can get some for your chickens at 10% off. And doing so helps support our farm because we also make a small commission off of your purchase. And I've got Nancy over here checking out the bag. Now, she made the mistake the other day of sticking her head in the bag and grabbing a mouthful, and she quickly had a grossed out look on her face and started spitting out all the larvae. She learned the hard way that this is not for goats. It is good though for chickens, reptiles, fish, and birds. I have a friend that lives near me who feeds it to her fish, and she said they love it too, along with her chickens. Did you not learn your lesson, Nancy? Did you not learn? Yeah. So I'll keep this bag up at the house, and it's so funny when these chickens are out free ranging, I'll hear a peck at the door. They'll come right up to the house door to ask for their snacks. They're just too cute. But with 34% minimum amounts of protein in here, they are so packed with protein, you just have to make sure you're not giving too much. So I try to estimate it out to about a teaspoon per chicken because you don't want it to be their full diet. They need to have a balanced diet. But my goodness, has it helped their feathers. They have such gorgeous winter plumage going on from this snack. I really noticed a difference once I started giving them the black soldier fly larvae. Girls, show off your beautiful feathers, your golden feathers. Oh, you're just looking at the bag, huh? Okay, so just when I thought that we had found all the eggs, that there couldn't possibly be more eggs, I found more. Let me show you where they made another nest. And I'm gonna need this. So I ordered this. I'm finally gonna use it, or at least try to. No, I don't want anyone eating the plastic. Oh. It's a little apron, and it's got little compartments to put your eggs in. Now it has 10 pockets. Now normally I fill up my Carhartt pockets with the eggs that I get daily, and my daughter's with me because I gotta fill up her pockets too. And this only holds 10, so I might need like an apron for like the top, the bottom, and the back to be able to carry all these eggs. But I only got one apron, so I'll have to make some trips. Unless Nancy's gonna carry some eggs. You want a little backpack and you can carry them? She would gladly carry them to the house because she likes to sneak her way into the house, and then we have to chase her to get her out. It's my girl. All right, let's go check out the new nest and grab those eggs. From the goat pen, you can see the net down here, but you can really see the damage done over in the main chicken coop from this side. What a mess. Boys, are you harboring chicken eggs in here? We're gonna come in and grab them. Yep. Can you get off the door so I can come in? Oh my goodness, and here's the culprit. She's in here. She probably just laid one. Oh, Rory and Mr. Darcy, I need you to move so I can see the eggs. Oh, there they are. a whole nest. That is not 10. That is a lot more than 10. I'm not fitting it all in this apron. Oh my goodness, boys. What are we gonna do with all these eggs? Am I gonna find a warm one that you just laid? Or are you coming in to lay now? This is not gonna be easy to do with these boys. They're all over me in the camera. Boys! Too cute. I sure love these boys, but it's hard to get stuff done in here with them because they are just all over me, jumping all over the place. They're busy. Let's see if I can get this done. You're so curious. Okay, it was really hard to see what I was grabbing, but I believe I counted 24. This is full, this pocket is full, and my hands, I found one that has a crack. I thought I was gonna find a bunch of them cracked and frozen. Just, they've probably been out here a long time, but one that I saw with a crack. I'll inspect the rest of them and candle them, of course, before washing them and putting them in the incubator, but that's not bad to just have one frozen one, which the dogs love the frozen eggs. I found 2 extra pockets, so I actually have 12 here. Oh, wait. I found another one that's cracked. So, hey, don't headbutt my eggs. Ah! Okay, I'm gonna bring these eggs to the house to put them in multiple egg cartons to keep them safe from these jumping goats. And we'll come back for the rest. Oh boys, come on. Oh no, I lost them. Lost the golden twins. Freddie James and Calvin James, the troublemakers. What are you doing? Huh? Alright, I'm closing you guys in for a minute. Keep you away from the girls. I'm going to keep them in there just for a minute because I really can't do too much with a handful, an apron full of eggs. I just don't want them to get to the girls. Okay. Hi, Miss Amelia Bedelia. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Miss Elizabeth. You waiting for snacks? Okay, so there were 24 eggs in total. 2 had been frozen, so there's cracks in them. So I gave those to the dogs. We're gonna get the other eggs out of the chick coop, but first I wanna move Freddie James and Calvin James back to the buck pen so that they're not cooped up in the shed. Hopefully I can do that without the girls coming in and more escaping, and could get messy. They are enjoying sunbathing on the deck. They don't like the snow, which is why they're not following me, but that's a good thing because I want to move these boys. Hi. Look at this beard. Look at your little beard. Look at Calvin's beard. It's so gold and so long. And then Freddie James, gorgeous beard. I know. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now Freddie James lost his collar. I gotta get him another one. And so I can't bring him back in. So I gotta do it the hard way. This is the hard way. He's putting on some good weight. Thank goodness they are dwarf size. While I was in there, come see what I noticed. I got 2 hens in here. One looking for a nesting spot, and then the other one in the corner laying. And I wouldn't be surprised if she had a couple eggs already in that spot. They like to lay their eggs in this little goat shed where the girl goats are. Okay, let's see how many eggs are in the chick coop. See if we can beat the 24. I really hope we don't beat it though, because that's a lot of eggs that I don't want to have frozen and not hatch and just be a waste because I didn't think to look in those areas. I went for so long without eggs while my older girls in the flock were molting and my pullets weren't old enough to lay. And now I have more eggs than I know what to do with. But losing any definitely hits because I've gone without. And when you have a bunch of chickens and you're not getting eggs and you have to buy them at the grocery store, that's not fun. Douglas, I'm here to take the eggs you've been guarding. My apron totally fell off as I was walking back to the house before, so I gotta make sure I tie it better. They're pretty dirty because we've had such a crazy flux of weather with a lot of mud, and the ones that cracked have oozed all over the other ones, so these are not ideal eggs for hatching. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Douglas, are you checking in? I'm taking the eggs. I hope you don't mind. Haven't seen you sitting on them. It's not what roosters do. You're too busy protecting the flock, or at least you should be. These eggs are gonna need a really good washing if they don't have cracks. That's got a crack. Uh-oh. They're on to me. I just need to get a few more and then you can have your spot. Oh, that one's really dirty. That's it. I just want to pull the dirty straw out so that we can fill it up with clean stuff for your new nest. Okay, it looks like we got 14 eggs and 3 have cracks where they froze and cracked open. Okay, I'm going to give you your privacy. I do latch this because I want to make sure at night predators aren't getting in. So I just stick a carabiner on the latch. These I'm going to put in the compost. Add a little protein to our compost. All right, let's bring these eggs back to the house. Are you guys sunbathing? Taking little naps on the porch? I know you don't like the cold snow, huh? Sorry, Amelia, I had to step over you. Sorry, Miss Elizabeth, excuse me. Miss Nancy, looking beautiful as always. Hi. Yes, I have a lot of eggs. Whoop. We got a lot of eggs. Okay. Be nice to the goat, my puppy, be nice. You're a lot bigger than her. No, no, Nancy, no house, no. Okay, so I ended up with 32 eggs that I don't see cracks in, but I do have to candle them. I probably will find some more hairline cracks. I don't think they're all gonna be usable, but the ones that look viable, I will pop in the incubator. I'm gonna give them 24 hours to come to room temperature because right now they are so cold. And from there, I will candle them. If I don't see hairline cracks in them, then I will wash them and get them prepared to go into the incubator. So I'm gonna get my incubators all ready, all fired up, because those I like to run for at least 24 hours and make sure they're holding a steady temperature. And we'll see how many of these we can actually put in the incubator. I don't expect them to hatch, but I hate to just toss them in the compost and not try. With 32 eggs, even if just a few hatch, it's still a few lives that got to come into this world when they could have just been compost. And we don't have a shortage of eggs, so like I said, I'm gonna fire up my other incubators and put the new eggs that are coming in. Those I'll add into the incubators and just start hatching them because of the abundance of eggs we have. I mean, the eggs I have over here, 18, another 12. Those are all going to friends and family. Plus I have more for myself, more hatching every day, so plenty to go around until I really get into hatching a bunch of them and selling the hatching eggs. Then hopefully sales will be good this year, and hopefully if I kept the right amount of pullets, I will have enough for selling hatching eggs, incubating, as well as eggs for my family to eat. Now, speaking of the question of do I have the right amount of chickens for the amount of eggs we need, I did order more chicks. But they are not the breed that I have. I am expanding, and I ordered 2 new breeds of chicks from 2 different hatcheries, and I will share that with you when they arrive in 3 weeks. And I'm so excited to show you what I picked. But I will give you some hints just so you can start thinking about what breeds they could be. I love gentle, calm breeds, and I really like golden chickens. Okay, and the last thing that I was going to talk to you about today is why I haven't made a video in almost a month, and that would be because we had a death in the family and I was grieving, so I took some time away from making videos. And I really want to thank those that reached out and the support of family and friends that I received in this time while I was grieving the loss of my father-in-law. It was really hard. It was really hard on me, and I'm just so thankful. And also really thankful that I have this farm as well. It really provides me with so much comfort and peace being outside with my animals and taking care of them. I take care of them and they take care of me in so many ways, and it's really hard to describe how that feels, but they're really also a form of support for me as well as my friends and family. So going through my father-in-law's wake and funeral was really hard on myself, my husband, my kids, my extended family. And then the next morning, after getting through that really hard 2 days of events, I got up, I went out to take care of my farm animals, to do the normal farm chores like I normally do, and the grief just hit me like a tidal wave while I was in the goat pen. Just overwhelming grief, and I just dropped down on a hay bale and I was sitting there just letting it out. And I don't know how long I was there just letting all that emotion out, but I felt something on my cheek and something on my leg, and I looked up and my goat, Miss Elizabeth, was licking my tears, and behind her was Fancy Nancy and Amelia Bedelia looking at me, and next to my leg I was surrounded by chickens who were pecking my pant legs. And I just had to take in that moment, just realizing that they're all here checking on me. And one chicken jumped in my lap, and I didn't have any treats. I figured she was looking for a treat, but she just stayed on my lap and she was kneading her claws on my lap. So I thought maybe her feet were cold. She wanted to warm up her feet because it's been so cold, but she stayed. And she got comfortable and she started preening and cleaning her feathers and just hanging out with me. So let's just say, along with the support of friends and family, my animals were right there helping take care of me and get me back on my feet. But I did miss all of you, and so I'm back making videos and sharing this wonderful farm with you all. I also made a Valentine's Day soap out of my goat milk, and I'm going to share that with you on Sunday. So feel free to check in for the first soaping Sunday, coming back from my brief break. And then I'll see you the following Friday to see how we made out with candling these eggs and getting them into the incubator. Chick season starting. I hope if you're ordering chicks that you got your orders in, because depending on the breed, some are back ordered until July, others you can get really soon. So I was really lucky that an opening came available to get the 2 chick breeds that I wanted in March, and so March 6th they will hatch and they will be in the mail and coming to me, and I can't wait. More babies on the farm. So thank you for joining me today. If you want to order some black soldier fly larvae for your chickens, the code is just One More Story Farm. I've got the link in the description below, and I'll see you next time. And if you haven't started your farm yet, what are you waiting for? Get your farm on.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want a farm? A wicked awesome farm? Watch this channel to learn what to do. We love to farm and we'll show you. Yeah.